A home near Evergreen High School. Panicked children fleeing, looking for refuge from gunfire. Pounding and hoping the door would be opened. A father later explained what his son went through.
The kids all ran out the emergency door and were running through the woods. He took shelter in somebody's house, and then they guided other kids into that house as well.
From above outside the school, it was a view all too familiar of young people filing out of a school amid a school shooting. Law enforcement rushed in from all over.
We're law enforcement. Police and fire just show up. When you hear the words active shooter and you know that there's kids involved, we're coming. And a lot of people self-deployed, and we're grateful for it. There was a need to get here, and if there was going to be a continued active shooter, we were going to stop that threat.
We heard the gunshots.
Mark Whalen was working on solar equipment on the roof of the school.
Initially, it was more of a slow rate, but there was like a rapid burst at one point, it sounded like.
The young gunman, armed with a handgun, was shooting at other students both inside and outside the school. A neighbor saw injured on the ground near one of the school's entrances, taken away by ambulance. Parents began to show up, looking for answers about their children, racked with worry.
I can tell you this, I would never use the words patience with parents that are wanting to know where their kids are and if they are safe.
Authorities say the suspect shot himself. The injured were rushed to hospitals. Soon the situation settled down. But students had to be checked and bussed out. Parent Jan Weber, who spent heartbreaking time waiting for her son, finally saw him.
I had to stay. I kept saying to leave, but I had to stay and just make sure he was on the bus and going.
But you just saw him, his face.
Her freshman son was okay. Now they will have to deal with the aftermath.
He had to stay for some interviews, so I don't know what he's seen or what he heard, obviously.
Jefferson County, where the school shooting at Columbine High School in the 1990s seemed to open an era of them, is now dealing with another shooting tragedy. And that angered Superintendent Tracy Dorland.
We cannot pretend that this is just another tragic incident. The pain of this incident reopens old wounds.
Now, Evergreen High School does have a school resource officer, but that school resource officer was not at the school today when that shooting unfolded. The head of school security with Jeffco told me that oftentimes when that happens, they will have other deputies move closer to schools so that they're nearby when things unfold. Now, there is a sheriff's office substation just down the road here. They were here within just a couple of minutes. What happened with the school resource officer, why that person wasn't here today, which is not unusual, by the way, will be part of what is looked into and what happened on this terrible day in Evergreen.